Modern homes are filled with gadgets that promise convenience, but somehow make everything more complicated. Smart thermostats that require software updates. Kitchen appliances with touchscreens that break after 2 years. Voice-activated everything that mishears you half the time. Meanwhile, your parents' house from 1975 had features so practical, so well-designed, so genuinely useful that builders just stopped installing them. These are 15 forgotten home features from the 70s that actually made life easier. Number 15, the kitchen intercom system. Walk into a split-level home built in the mid-1970s, and you might still find the remnants of an intercom system installed in the kitchen. These weren't fancy wireless setups requiring Wi-Fi passwords. They were hardwired communication systems that let you buzz the kids in the basement, announce dinner to the whole house, or tell your teenager upstairs that the phone was for them without screaming yourself hoarse. The typical setup had a master station in the kitchen and remote stations in bedrooms, the basement, and sometimes the garage. Press a button, speak into the grill, and your voice broadcast through the house instantly. Some models included AM/FM radio. The fancier versions had door monitoring so you could hear if someone was at the front entrance even from 2 floors away. These systems worked every single time. No app crashes, no connectivity issues, no wondering if the message went through. You pressed the button, you spoke, everyone heard you. Compare that to texting your kid who's 30 feet away in their room, watching them not respond for 20 minutes, then walking upstairs anyway. Number 14. The built-in ironing board. Ironing boards today are awkward metal contraptions that live in closets, fall over when you try to set them up, and take up valuable storage space. In the 1970s, many homes included built-in ironing boards that folded out from the wall, usually in the kitchen, laundry room, or hallway. You opened a small cabinet door, pulled down the board, and you had a stable, properly sized ironing surface ready instantly. When finished, you folded it back up, closed the door, and it disappeared. No wrestling with rickety legs, no trying to find a place to store the thing, no tripping over it when you shoved it in the coat closet. The ironing board itself was solid wood, not the flimsy pressed particle board of modern standalone units. Many installations included an outlet right there in the cabinet, so you didn't need an extension cord snaking across the floor. Some even had built-in sleeve boards for dress shirts. People ironed more in the 1970s because permanent press fabrics were less common and clothing construction demanded it. The built-in board made a weekly chore significantly less annoying. Modern homes skip this feature entirely, assuming nobody irons anymore, which might be true precisely because setting up to iron became such a hassle. Number 13. The milk door. Before the 1970s and lingering into the early part of the decade in some areas, home milk delivery was common enough that houses included specific architectural features to accommodate it. The milk door was a small insulated cabinet built into an exterior wall, accessible from both outside and inside the house. These cabinets were typically 12 to 18 inches square, with a hinged door on the outside and another on the inside. The milkman would open the exterior door, place fresh bottles inside, and retrieve empties. The homeowner would open the interior door and bring the milk into the house without ever stepping outside. This worked in winter, in rain, in any weather. The insulated compartment kept the milk cold enough until you retrieved it, even on moderately warm days. The design was simple but effective. Thick insulation, a tight seal, and a location usually on the north side of the house where direct sunlight wouldn't warm it. The brilliance wasn't just about milk delivery. That small pass-through cabinet could receive any delivery, any package, without requiring someone to be home or without leaving items exposed on the porch. Grocery deliveries, prescriptions, anything that fit in the compartment stayed secure and protected from both weather and theft. Modern porch piracy has made package theft a multi-billion-dollar problem, We've invented smart locks, camera doorbells, and specialized delivery boxes that cost hundreds of dollars, trying to solve what the milk door solved for about $30 worth of construction costs in the 1970s. Amazon now sells package reception boxes for $200 to $400 that perform exactly the function the milk door provided as a standard architectural feature. Number 12, the whole house attic fan. Central air conditioning became standard in 1970s homes, but many houses also included a whole house attic fan as a supplemental cooling system. This was a large fan, typically 24 to 36 inches in diameter, installed in the attic floor that would pull cool air through open windows and exhaust hot air through attic vents. The physics were simple but effective. Hot air rises and accumulates in the upper floors and attic during the day. Cool air settles outside once the sun goes down. The attic fan created negative pressure inside the house, drawing that cooler outside air through opened windows on the first floor and exhausting the accumulated hot air out through the attic vents. On mild summer evenings, when the outside temperature dropped but the house retained heat from the day, you'd open a few strategically placed windows, flip the switch, and the attic fan would exchange all the air in your house within minutes. The temperature would drop 10 to 15 degrees in half an hour, using a fraction of the electricity that air conditioning required. An attic fan might use 300 watts of power. Central air conditioning could easily use 3,000 watts or more. These fans were loud. You could hear the motor running, hear the air rushing through the house. But they worked phenomenally well for shoulder season cooling in spring and fall and saved substantial money on electricity bills. Modern energy-efficient homes are sealed so tight that they can't use this kind of natural ventilation even if they wanted to, and we run air conditioning for situations where an attic fan would have handled it perfectly. Number 11, the laundry chute. Multi-story homes in the 1970s frequently included laundry chutes, a simple shaft from upstairs bathrooms or hallways directly down to the laundry room or basement. You'd open a small door, drop dirty clothes down the chute, and they'd land in a basket or bin right near the washing machine. No carrying armloads of laundry down the stairs, no leaving piles in hallways. Dirty clothes went directly from where you took them off to where they'd be washed, using only gravity. The chute door kept it hidden and prevented odors from traveling. We had a laundry chute in our house growing up, and I didn't realize how convenient it was until I moved into a place without one, says Patricia Brennan from Chicago. Suddenly, I'm making multiple trips up and down stairs hauling laundry baskets, wondering why anyone would design a house without this basic feature. Modern building codes in many areas actually prohibit laundry chutes, classifying them as fire hazards because they can potentially allow smoke and flames to travel between floors. Fair enough from a safety perspective, but the solution was apparently to make laundry day harder for everyone, rather than to engineer a chute with a fire damper. Number 10, the phone nook. The 1970s phone nook was a built-in desk area, usually in the kitchen or hallway, specifically designed for using the telephone. It included a small desk surface at the right height for writing while standing or sitting on a stool, a shelf above for phone books, and sometimes a cabinet below for storage. This wasn't just about having a place for the phone. It was about creating a dedicated space for the activity of using a phone, which in that era meant taking messages, looking up numbers, writing things down. The phone nook gave you everything you needed in one compact, organized area. Some phone nooks included a built-in address book holder, a small bulletin board, even a specialized drawer with dividers for organizing papers. You knew exactly where the phone was. You knew where to find a pen. You knew where the phone book lived. Everything had its place. Modern homes have eliminated phone nooks because nobody has landlines and cell phones go everywhere. But we've lost the idea of a dedicated communication station, and now chargers, cords, and devices spread across every surface in the house with no organizational logic whatsoever. Number 9, the kitchen desk. Separate from the phone nook, Many 1970s kitchens included a built-in desk area specifically for household management. This was typically a section of counter height or desk height cabinetry with drawers, often with a bulletin board or message center above it. This desk served as command central for the household. Meal planning happened here, bills got paid here, school permission slips got signed here, shopping lists got written here. The desk was where the administrative work of running a home occurred, and having a dedicated space for it meant that work didn't spread across the kitchen table or get lost in random piles. The desk usually included specialized storage, a drawer with a built-in organizer for pens and stamps, a file drawer for household paperwork, a shallow drawer for cookbooks or recipes. Everything needed for household management lived in one logical location. Current kitchen design favors maximum counter space and cabinet storage for dishes and appliances. The kitchen desk is seen as wasted space, but the paperwork and planning tasks didn't disappear. They just migrated to less organized locations, and now there's mail on the counter, kid artwork stuck to the fridge with magnets, and important documents shoved in random drawers throughout the house. Number 8. The whole house vacuum system. Central vacuum systems were popular high-end features in 1970s homes. Instead of dragging a vacuum cleaner from room to room, you had inlet ports installed in the walls throughout the house. You'd plug in a lightweight hose, and the vacuum motor, located in the basement or garage, would provide suction. The advantages were substantial. The heavy motor and collection canister stayed in one location. You only carried the hose and cleaning attachments. The system was more powerful than portable vacuums because the motor could be larger and didn't need to be compact. The exhaust vented outside the house entirely, so no recirculated dust. These systems were reliable. The 1970s era central vacuum motors ran for decades with minimal maintenance. The hoses were durable. The wall inlets were simple valves with no electronics to fail. Many homes built with central vacuum systems in the 1970s still have functioning systems today, 50 years later. Modern homes rarely include central vacuum systems, partly because the upfront installation cost is higher, partly because cordless stick vacuums became cheap and adequate. But anyone who's actually used a well-installed central vacuum system knows the modern cordless vacuum that needs charging every 20 minutes and loses suction after 6 months is not an improvement. Number 7. The separate freezer room. Basements in 1970s homes, especially in the Midwest and Northeast, often included a separate freezer room or cold storage room. This was a small room heavily insulated, sometimes with its own cooling system or simply taking advantage of basement temperatures, designed specifically for food storage. A chest freezer or upright freezer lived in this room, along with shelving for canned goods, root vegetables, and bulk dry goods. The room maintained temperatures cool enough for extended food storage without being as cold as a refrigerator, making it ideal for items that needed to stay cool but not frozen. This dedicated storage space allowed families to buy in bulk, preserve garden harvests, and maintain significant food reserves. Having a whole room for food storage meant you could take advantage of sales, seasonal availability, and bulk pricing in ways that a kitchen pantry and refrigerator-freezer combination couldn't match. Number 5. The pass-through window. The pass-through window or serving hatch connected the kitchen to the dining room or family room. It was a window-sized opening in the wall, often with a counter or shelf, that allowed passing food and dishes between rooms without walking around through the doorway. This design made serving meals easier. You could hand plates directly from the kitchen to the dining table. Dirty dishes came back through the same opening. The pass-through often had a sliding window or shutters that could close it off when not in use, maintaining separation between the spaces while preserving the flexibility to connect them. Some pass-throughs included a breakfast bar on the dining room side, allowing casual meals to be eaten right at the opening. This created an informal eating area without requiring a separate breakfast nook or kitchen table. Modern open-concept designs removed walls entirely rather than creating selective connections between rooms. You gain sight lines but lose the ability to close off the kitchen, hide cooking mess, or contain cooking smells. The pass-through offered the benefits of connection when you wanted it without forcing the spaces to be permanently merged. Number 4. The basement workshop with built-in tool storage. Finished basements in 1970s homes often included a dedicated workshop area with pegboard walls, built-in workbenches, and organized tool storage. This wasn't just a random corner with a folding table. It was a designed workspace with proper lighting, sturdy work surfaces at the correct height, and systematic storage. The pegboard walls allowed tools to hang visible and accessible. Shadow boards, where tool outlines were painted on the pegboard, showed exactly where each item belonged. Workbenches were solid wood or heavy-duty construction, bolted to the wall studs, capable of handling actual work without wobbling. Built-in storage cabinets held hardware, sorted by type and size. Shelving above the workbench kept ongoing projects and materials organized. The space acknowledged that household maintenance and DIY projects required a dedicated area with proper equipment. Modern homes either skip the workshop entirely or expect you to outfit a garage, which is usually too cold in winter, too hot in summer, and primarily dedicated to parking cars anyway. The basement workshop was climate-controlled, permanently set up, and designed specifically for working on projects year-round. Number 3. The powder room toilet topper. The powder room toilet topper was a cabinet that sat over the toilet tank, creating additional storage in the smallest room in the house. These weren't flimsy over-the-toilet shelving units that you buy at Target. They were built-in cabinetry, installed during construction, designed to look like part of the bathroom. This cabinet provided storage for extra toilet paper, cleaning supplies, guest towels, and toiletries, without taking up any additional floor space. In a powder room that might only be 4 by 6 feet, that vertical storage was crucial for keeping necessities accessible but out of sight. The cabinet usually matched the bathroom vanity and other cabinetry, creating a cohesive design. Some included a mirrored door, effectively giving you a medicine cabinet in a bathroom that might not otherwise have one. Modern powder rooms skip this feature, apparently on the assumption that you'll store everything you need in a different bathroom, and just hope guests don't need anything while using this one. Or you'll add a freestanding over-the-toilet shelf that looks like an afterthought and tips over if you look at it wrong. Number 2, the lighted closet rods. Closet organization in the 1970s sometimes included illuminated closet rods, thin fluorescent tubes built directly into the hanging rod. When you opened the closet door, the light would come on automatically, illuminating your clothing from within the rack itself. This solved the common problem of closets with inadequate lighting, where the overhead light created shadows that made it impossible to distinguish navy from black or see what you were selecting. The light coming from the rod itself meant every garment was evenly lit and visible. The system was simple, reliable, and didn't require batteries or smart home integration. A door switch activated the light. The fluorescent tube lasted years. The closet rod was sturdy enough to hold clothes while incorporating the lighting element. Modern closet lighting has gone backwards in many ways. You either get an overhead dome light that creates the same shadow problems, or you're expected to install battery-powered LED strips that die after a few months. The integrated closet rod lighting was genuinely better, but it required specialized installation that builders decided wasn't worth the trouble. Number 1, the basement shower. Many 1970s basements included a basic shower stall, often in or near the laundry room. This wasn't a full bathroom with a tub and vanity. It was just a shower, sometimes a toilet, specifically for cleaning up after dirty work. The basement shower was where you went after mowing the lawn, working in the garden, or completing a messy project. Kids could shower there after playing outside in the mud, rather than tracking dirt through the entire house to reach the upstairs bathroom. The practicality was obvious. Dirty people could get clean without contaminating the main bathrooms. The basement shower was utilitarian, easy to clean, and located right where messy work typically happened. Modern homes might include a third or fourth full bathroom, but rarely a simple utility shower. The assumption seems to be that you'll risk getting your nice upstairs bathroom dirty rather than have a practical cleaning station where the mess occurs. We've prioritized having multiple fancy bathrooms over having one strategically located functional shower. The 1970s weren't perfect. The avocado green appliances, the shag carpeting, the wood paneling, those weren't great. But the houses built in that decade included thoughtful features designed around how people actually lived. Someone considered how laundry would get from the second floor to the basement. Someone thought about where household paperwork should be managed. Someone designed spaces for specific functions rather than generic multipurpose rooms. Modern construction focuses on open floor plans, luxury finishes, and tech integration. The functional details that made daily tasks easier got eliminated as unnecessary or old-fashioned. But those features weren't old-fashioned because they were bad. They got abandoned because builders could save money and construction time by skipping them, and buyers who'd never experienced these features didn't know to ask for them. Your parents' house might still have some of these features. The intercom system probably doesn't work anymore. The phone nook holds a decorative plant, and the kitchen desk has become a junk drawer with a surface. But they're there, remnants of a time when houses were built with specific attention to making everyday life function a little bit smoother. If you found yourself nodding along and remembering these features from your own home or your parents' house, hit that like button and subscribe for more looks back at the practical wisdom we've somehow forgotten. What home feature from the past do you wish modern houses still included? Drop it in the comments.